So here I am back again. We are in February now because I just recently had my wisdom teeth removed. And so I was really swollen and I couldn't speak or do anything like that. So otherwise, I would have done another video a lot sooner. Can't really notice because I'm wearing makeup, but I'm still kind of swollen a little bit and I have bruising on this side. This side turned out to be a little bit more complicated. Um, but yeah, and even when I'm smiling, I feel poking and everything, which apparently it's like bone and tissue still trying to recover. I've really been loving the Herbal Essences Naked Cleansing Conditioner. I use it about once or twice a week. So it kind of gives my hair a break from shampoo and conditioning. Be 2 or 3 pumps on your hand, kind of rub it together, and then just kind of rub more on your scalp. It's supposed to make your hair a little bit healthier and not get dried out or too oily or anything like that. So I've really been loving this a lot. I've really been liking Neutrogena body oil. Actually started using this last winter. And it was actually recommended through a blogger that I follow. She said it was so much better than using lotion because sometimes you put lotion on and it doesn't really leave your skin soft. It still leaves it really dry, or it doesn't, last long on your body. Pretty much use it almost after every single shower, and I just noticed that it leaves my skin super baby soft, and I just love it. And it's definitely one that I recommend to use on the winter time, especially if you feel that your lotion is not doing anything. So yeah, definitely. Whoop, just got a little bit on my hands. Well, that is just fantastic. I love the simple sensitive skin cleansing wipes. I've been using this line for maybe about 2 years now, and it's the only one that doesn't irritate my skin at all when I'm removing my makeup, and it doesn't leave me oily or anything like that. But I recently picked up the eye makeup removers, and it's been absolutely amazing, like to remove any of my mascara, any waterproof that I wear for my face in general. I just love this brand so much, and I'm just going to use them for years because they're absolutely amazing on my skin. For makeup, I've been enjoying so many products, and it was really difficult and hard to narrow it all down. I was really happy when Maybelline came out with their Fit Shine Free Foundation Stick, and the color that I use, or at least the number, is 310, which is sun beige. And oh my gosh, like this is absolutely amazing. It's shine free. It's great like if you have oily to combination skin. And this color is like, it matches my skin perfectly, like exactly. And I've gotten so many compliments from people saying, oh my gosh, I love your skin. I love your makeup. It looks so natural. And it really does. Like, this is the only one where my skin, I mean, it literally looks like my skin, and I feel that liquid foundations don't really give that off great. And so I've gone back to this one, and it's been my absolute favorite. I'm just really disappointed right now because I've recently, the past few weeks, I've been checking out Target and Ulta, and for some reason I feel like Maybelline is starting to step away from this, or at least they're removing a lot of their colors, and unfortunately I haven't been able to find 310. It's been so frustrating because it's the only one that has matched my skin perfectly. So Maybelline, if you are watching this video, please don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, I've been loving it, and to the point that I've actually been scraping off because I just don't know what to do. So yeah, that's been my favorite foundation. For dark circles, I've been using the past month also Maybelline. I really like Maybelline. Their new Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Treatment Concealer. That's a tongue twister. And I've really been liking it. Like, I've been using it for underneath my eyes, also a little bit here because I tend to have redness on the side of my nose. And then also here to kind of take away any darkness or whatnot. I've really been loving it, and I just kind of blend it in with a beauty blender, a sponge. I've been using this like every single day, and it's called Blush. Blush, and it's by Model Co, and it's in the color Cosmopolitan. I really like this color. Like, it's a beautiful pink, and it's so pretty, like against my skin. Beautiful, and I'm actually wearing it right now. It's kind of hard to see because of the sunlight, but I've just been loving it, and I've been using it every single day. The other one that I've been loving is the Neutrogena Shine Control Powder. It's transparent, it's translucent, and so it has no color whatsoever, and I love it because, again, I tend to have like oily skin on my T-zone area, so it's great for blotting, so I've been loving this one a lot. And then lipstick, I've really been loving, I think it's pronounced Tristique, and the color Nantucket Nude. I mean, I've been wearing it almost every single day. I'm trying to step away from it and kind of going back to my other lipstick colors. But yeah, it's been one of my absolute favorites. The perfume that I've been using so much, and I'm really trying to force myself to stay away and go back to my other scents. But I mean, this one has been like my ultimate go-to, whether it's during the day, whether it's going out at night. And it's been the only fragrance where I've gotten so many compliments from both women and men. And they're just like, oh my gosh, like, what are you wearing? You smell so good. So this is pretty much what it is. Whoop, don't want to blind you there. It's the Gucci Guilty. Obviously, you can see that I use it religiously. And it's been my ultimate favorite of all time. I wouldn't say it's powdery. I wouldn't, maybe a tiny bit, but not too much. But it's very feminine, very seductive, very sexy, and it's just like, ooh la la. I mean, that's that's all I can say. That's all I have for this. That's all I have. But yeah, I love the scent so much. Mm, wow. Mwah. My favorite fashion piece, again, either day or nighttime, is my black leather jacket from BCBG Generation. And it's my go-to jacket for everything and everywhere. Like, I absolutely love the style. It's pretty much like this. It kind of has sort of like that diamond cut on it. It's super comfortable. It's my favorite of all time. A couple of, maybe, yeah, I think it was a couple of months ago, I went out dancing with some friends. I ended up taking my jacket with me that night, and so the pockets are small and there's not a lot that you can fit in them. But my stubborn self was trying so hard to make it happen that my hand literally slipped, and it ended up it ended up ripping the side of my jacket, and I felt so terrible. This guy, he was able to sort of fix it and kind of sew it back together. So it's not as perfect, but the great thing is that it's black. So you can't really notice it, but it kind of goes from there to there. So that's kind of my tragic story. I've really been loving the show, and it's actually a telenovela on Univision. There's this new show on TV that's called El Hotel de los Secretos, which is the Hotel of Secrets. And it has one of my favorite actors and sort of kind of my crush, Eric Elias, I think that's how you say his last name. And apparently what it's about is that he goes to this hotel to find his sister, and it turns out that she got murdered, so he's trying to find the culprit who ended up murdering his sister. But while he's there, there's so much stuff that goes down. Like, every single character that's in the show is carrying some kind of a secret. So there's so many secrets, and he goes in to try to be, like one of the helpers in the hotel, and nobody really knows that he's actually the brother of this woman who's missing or who got murdered. And so while he's trying to do his own investigation on the side, he ends up falling in love with the owner's daughter of the hotel. And she starts loving him in return, and she tries to help him out to solve this mystery that's going on. But again, there's other secrets, there's other situations and problems that surface throughout their whole entire investigation, and it's just absolutely amazing. For music, I'm usually the kind of person that listens to like everything. Language makes no difference to me. To me, it's more of like the sound of the music. I mean, music in general is very universal. You don't even need to understand the language in order to appreciate it. The story behind this song was that I was actually searching for the name of the song and who sang it for the past 2 or 3 years, and I heard it one time on a video, and I loved it. And I was asking people like on Instagram and social media, like, can anyone please tell me who it is? Someone told me it's, I think it's like a Turkish song, it's not an Arabic song. And so finally, after 2 or 3 years, one of my friends was able to help me out, and he actually told me the name of the song and the artist. I think his name is Tarkan, and it's called Doo Doo, which apparently, at least from what I can remember, it means like lip to lip or something like that. So, I mean, it's been great. So, I'll just give a little sample here. Yeah. So that's what I've been listening to in my car. I've been trying to get back into reading. Reading is one of my favorite things to do. I just love to get transported into a different world, a different story. It is called Iron House by John Hart. It's pretty much about this guy named Michael, and he has a brother. And so when they were kids, usually Michael was always like the really strong one that would be protective of his brother all the time. So he would always get into fights or whatnot to protect his brother. And they actually grew up in an orphanage home. And so his brother was, the opposite, the one who would get picked on all the time and bullied and, weaker in comparison to Michael. But something happened and Michael ended up running away. So years later, he sort of starts forming like his own group, and they steal. I mean, it's in New York, so they go around stealing and all of that stuff. And he comes across this guy who's like the main biggest mobster in New York. This guy kind of takes him under his wing, and he ends up, working with him. He's in his 40s now, I believe. And so the guy who took him in is dying because he's sick. And so throughout that time, he ends up meeting this woman. Her name is Elena, and he ends up falling in love with her. And so he's stuck between deciding either, stick to what he's been doing throughout this whole entire time with the life that he's only ever known, or to leave that behind and trade it, for the woman that he loves. And so he's in that situation. And apparently, he decides that he wants to leave that life that he had behind and to create a new life in the future with this woman that he loves. But there are people in his field and in his group who are not willing to accept that. And so they're pretty much waiting for the opportunity to go after him and everything. And that's where all hell breaks loose. And it just gets so good because it's just like, oh my gosh, like, what is he going to do? What's going to happen? Like, it's an amazing book. I highly recommend it. So definitely go check it out for sure. I got this as a gift, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like, I've seen these everywhere with different brands, but I thought, I didn't really pay attention to them. And then when I finally got one of my very own as a gift, I tested it out, and it's just been absolutely amazing. Just like the speaker that you can take anywhere with you, and it's through Bluetooth. So obviously, you can play music from your phone onto this, take it anywhere. If someone's calling you, you can actually, answer it and then speak through someone on this. So it's been amazing. I absolutely love this soundbot. For the record, like, okay, I'm not married. And I know I stated this at one point, at least through Instagram, is that I am left-handed. So whenever I wear rings, I wear rings on my left hand. And there have been, I kid you not, 3 men that have actually approached me and stating that they thought I was actually married, but no, I'm not married. If I wear more than one ring, I'll always, put some on my right hand too. If you want to wear a ring on your left hand, even if you're not married, go ahead and do it. Seriously, go ahead and do it. Sometimes there's way too many rules out there. There's way too many things. This is not coming out okay. Let's just say I know people who are married and they don't even wear a ring. And that's even more deceiving because you think, oh my gosh, they're single. And they're actually not. They just choose not to wear a ring. So they're creating their own traditions, their own ways of doing things. And in my case, it's the opposite. I'm not married, but I choose to wear a ring on my left hand. I'm going to say the exact same thing to you girls that sort of get a little bit hesitant out there, the right man will never be intimidated by your left hand. So if you want to wear it, go ahead and wear it. I'm still going to keep on wearing it. And yeah, pretty much concludes my January favorites video. If you have your favorites, recommendations that you think I should definitely check out, please do so and comment below. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys pretty soon. Bye.